So let's just get right to it. With your overall energy being the Two of Swords, you're definitely in the mindset of a decision to make. Okay, so you're sitting here and you're thinking about something that has come your way and is heavy on your mind. You're trying to make this decision once again. What is crossing you is the Four of Cups. And with the Four of Cups, this talks about, you know, having someone make an offer to you. You're not really sure if you want to take them up on the offer. From past life events that have happened, you might have been in relationships or a particular relationship that was not as pleasing as it could have been, and now that experience is ingrained in your mind and you're really afraid to move forward. Or again, for those of you that did lose someone dearly that you loved, it's very hard to move on, which is totally understandable. Now, this individual in this particular deck, and this is the Fountain deck, the Fountain Tarot deck, this image here just depicts someone that is alone, but not really concerned about being alone. Okay with the idea, you know, not embracing someone coming their way. It's almost like you're hiding in your own personal space and you're okay with that. And when someone does make an offer, it almost sends you into a hermit mode to where you have your guards up, and even if this person was your soulmate, you definitely wouldn't have the mind space to consider it. So it's just like, you know, really holding on to the past and really having your guards up. And that is what is crossing you in making this decision. Now, what I am seeing in the foundation of this so far is that there was some communication that came in rather quickly. Someone wanted to share something with you or tell you something, and you, being the Queen of Swords, definitely just cut that communication short. You didn't want to hear what they had to say, or you didn't receive what they wanted to say to you, and you didn't internalize it at all. So far I'm seeing that you have turned down an offer, or you may have subtly pushed it to the side, and that reminds me of how you operated last month. It was, you know, it was like you really not wanting to let your guard down and let anyone in. Now, the best case scenario that could happen out of this is the Ten of Cups. This individual definitely is someone that could give you everything that you want and need in terms of relationship. All right, they're here to offer you a lot. They're not here to offer you, you know, something that is, you know, half-assed here. They really adore you. They really want to give you everything that it is when it comes to a good, positive love situation, relationship, but you're just not open to that at this point. Now, in the past energy, when we see the Lover's card, this does speak about a love decision that needs to be made, but it also can symbolize soulmate activity. So for some reason you may have felt like this person could be your soulmate possibly, but most importantly, you're trying to make a decision. Again, 2 decision cards have popped up. So in the past, you've had to contemplate a decision concerning this individual. Now, it could also be the case that because you feel like you've already met your soulmate and that relationship is no longer, you might find it hard to make a decision to move forward with new love. In the near future, though, I do see with the Seven of Wands, you're going to have your guards up immensely. So what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling is that there might be a lot of friends or family members that are prompting you to take this leap forward into this new life, into this new love and this new relationship. But you are definitely like, you know, you got your hands up like, don't even come my way with that. I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm ready for. I know what I'm not ready for. And, you know, just back off, that type of energy. Now, right alongside of that came the Six of Cups. And the reason why you have that energy is, again, you are reminiscing about a past love experience that was very enjoyable to you. It brought you a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and this is why we are seeing this defense up, because you are defending the right to not move forward, because you are reminiscing about this love that is no longer. And a lot of people are not understanding that, is what I'm hearing. A lot of people want to push you forward. Now, for some of you, I feel like it is healthy for the people around you to want to see you move past this moment. But I also understand from your standpoint that when you have something so good, and when you feel like you're just not ready to move forward with someone else, this can be a difficult space to be in, because you know what you're ready for and you know what you're not ready for. But there's a lot of people around you, or there could possibly be friends around you that are trying to push you, or you might even feel like this individual that's making this offer to you is, subtly pushing you to make a decision and to forget about this past experience, or to forget about this past relationship that you've had with someone. Now, the outcome is the Ten of Coins. This is a very prosperous situation, and we talked about this last month with this individual coming in that wants to give you the world. This is going to be something that is very prosperous. And when you're looking at the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins side by side, this is definitely something that could bring a lot to you in love and money. Security is what I'm hearing. You wouldn't have to worry about a whole lot with this individual, because they're giving you everything. So there's two tens here, and most people would jump at this. This is what people look for when they're looking for a relationship. But for you, you're just reminiscing about this old situation, and it's very hard for you to take a step forward. Now, there are two case scenarios that I see here. We're talking about in position of fears and hopes. So for some of you, you are hoping that you will be able to walk away from this situation because it's just too much. And for some of you, you're hoping that this individual will walk away because you're just not ready. And with them bringing this communication in, and with all of the pressure that comes your way to moving forward and you not being ready, you're just really hoping that this person will just walk away from you and walk away from the offer. Now, I don't feel like you're not interested in this person. I just feel that emotionally you're just shut down and not ready to embrace it. Now, we are looking at the possibility that you do have feelings for this person, and your fear is that they will walk away and that they won't wait, and you do really feel for them, but you're just not ready, and you're really hoping that they don't walk away. With the Four of Swords in the outside influence position, I get the feeling that this person is knowing that they need to back off. They're taking some recovery time, some quiet time. You are doing that as well. But this person, I almost get the feeling as if maybe their feelings were hurt from the interaction with the Queen of Swords energy that you gave them, with the communication that they brought in. So for some of you, the person that came forward and made this offer may be spending some quiet time alone, because they do know that you want to be left alone at this point in time, but then they also need to recover from whatever words were said or however you turn them down in the offer. So the both of you are taking some quiet time alone since this situation or interaction has happened. With the King of Wands being your influence in this situation, I do see that you are contemplating some of the possibilities here. You know, you are not trying to do this maliciously. So you are contemplating it, but it's going to have to be on your time. And so there are some possibilities that are swirling around in your head, but you can't put those into play until you get the quiet time and the mind space that you need. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we're seeing the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is someone that, in terms of love, is almost like starting again. You know, they kind of have an immature idea of love and what is going to happen, and they do drag their feet. They take a long time to come to the consensus of what love means and what they really want. So this is you. This is you, you know, taking that time to really understand, what does love even mean for me anymore? You know, and maybe you're in that mindset because of what you've been through in the past with some shitty relationships, or maybe the one that you loved is no longer there. So now you don't even know how to begin again. You don't know how, you know, love is going to affect your life, if there's any possibilities of love, even though maturely you think about the possibilities and, you know, aren't really ready, but you do feel like there is some type of victory in the waiting. You feel like that is what you need, and that's what I'm hearing with the King of Wands, you know, but you're trying to be very honorable about it. You're like, yeah, there could be some possibilities, but at the same time, you know, you're really not able to visit that mentally. Now, when we are looking at your, let's go ahead, I'm going to move some of these down and away so they don't fall. When we're looking at the love advice here, we're going to get this from the Romance Angels Oracle deck from Doreen Virtue. So the first one that comes out is attraction. It says, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there is some attraction between you and this person, but we all know that attraction just simply is not enough when we're talking about, you know, a relationship. There needs to be more than that, but there is attraction there. So I do feel like you are attracted to this person, and maybe it scares you a bit, and maybe that's why you're in the making a decision mode here, because you do feel that there is something here with this person. Now, the honeymoon card came out and says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, before you freak out, we're not talking about just up and marry this person and go on a honeymoon. To me, this just speaks about taking some time to really get to know this person. Maybe just you and this individual go on a mini retreat of, you know, maybe a day, maybe a weekend, maybe just getting to know this person and really embracing what this person, you know, can bring to you. Let this person adorn you. Let this person take you out. Go out to coffee. Go out to dinner. That's what happens in the beginning stages of a relationship before you can make a commitment. We call it the honeymoon stage. It's where people start to get to know each other, and this is where love builds, or even a liking for this person builds, because you're spending time to get to know them. And then you'll find that there are some things that you do like about them, and that's what allows you to move forward to the next stage. And maybe that's what you need. Maybe you just need some time with this person, and no pressure, but like I said, some coffee, some dinner, you know, whatever floats your boat. Literally going one-on-one with this person and giving them a chance to show you who they really are, and, you know, what they're bringing to the table, and just having some good times. Now, religious factors may be influencing your love relationship. It could be upbringing or spiritual path. So for some of you, you might feel like you're on a spiritual path because of the loss of, you know, this person in your past, or maybe you've gone on a spiritual journey because of past relationships that didn't serve you well. So now it's like, you know, I've been working on myself. I really don't want to get into a relationship right now because I don't feel like I'm fully healed. Or this could be literal religious factors. They could have a different religious background than you do. I also read this as they could be younger or older than you. They could have a different nationality, or they could just be someone that is totally different in upbringing or spiritually than you are. And this might also cause you to have some decision making here, because this is something totally different than what you're used to. Now, the last card that comes out is the flirt card, okay? It says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So flirting doesn't necessarily have to be something sexual, but there is some attraction here. So you want to let this person know in some subtle ways that, yes, you are interested, especially if you are someone that is in fear of losing this individual and you don't want them to walk away. You want to let them know that you are interested at the very least, but maybe you're just not ready. So you're going to want to at least hint to this person that you are interested, so that they have an idea to know that it's not just a cutthroat, you know, no, get the hell on, but it's, I can't go to that level with you right now. I do like you. I am attracted to you. I don't mind spending time with you. You know, this is different than what I've known. But again, you know, I don't mind being in your space, and I do enjoy, you know, your company. I did pull some wisdom oracles from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed, just to get some more insight and some advice here. And there is deep knowing. So with the deep knowing card, this is pretty much like your high priestess, right? This is like you knowing deep inside that either it's time for you to move into another direction eventually, but ultimately this speaks of knowing that this person is someone that you could see yourself with. This is someone that you can see the possibilities of, you know, being something that it could be a solid foundation, someone that you could fall in love with, but you already know within inside of you that you do like this person, that there is some possibilities. And so the spirit is saying that, you know, there is a deep knowing here. You know what to do and you know how you're feeling, so don't run away from that. You also got Come to the Edge. So the Come to the Edge card, I really like how they speak about this meaning of this card. So I'm just going to go ahead and read what it says here. Okay, I'm going to just read a little bit of what this says. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. All right, it says you are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It is important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step forward. The gods, take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. So, you know, these two cards here, you know, you already know, and come to the edge, take a leap here.